Okay, welcome to the June 5th meeting of the Kennebunkport Planning Board. So as far as attendance, we are nearly complete. We are missing Neil. For the first piece, I guess George can vote, and then after that, you both get to.
Okay. All right.
All right, so that's attendance. Minutes. So there were a set of minutes from the last meeting. Are there any issues with it?
Yeah, I still have a question. I asked the board, sometimes I don't catch everything, but one of the things that's in the minutes is that when we talked about a fence possibility at Lost Fire, what the minute says is that the fence is there and it might have soundproof panels on it, the same fence that protects the parking lot from lights. And my understanding is we talked about the possibility of the 6-foot fence protecting the lights and soundproof panels potentially on a patio enclosure.
Okay,
So I'd like, and it was hard, I went back and watched it again. It was hard to get, but
so I would suggest we
I'll send a note to,
send a note and we'll approve them next time.
okay.
Sounds like,
Yeah, I didn't want to capture.
we all know what happened, it's just let's get it
Well,
in right.
I read them and I thought, well, maybe I missed it, but it didn't make sense, so.
No.
Okay.
I remember
Okay.
it that way.
But I liked the referral early in the meeting to Mr. Werner. Everybody else was Mr. and Miss, but he was Mr. Werner, so.
Is that something you requested?
It's not the strangest thing I've been called.
It's a respect issue.
Anyway, so the agenda, our first item is 190402 Panama LLC, a public hearing for approval to create outdoor seating, the proposed wood deck and patio at, as we said, the Lost Fire Restaurant. So proceed, please.
I wanna pass this. New lighting.
I think we heard.
Thank you.
Full fence.
Super, thank you.
Thank you.
You want me to read one of these?
Yeah, I'll take 2 copies of that. Yeah, okay.
Okay. You good?
Yeah.
Okay, in reference when we talked last time about the fence and the lighting, so I did a little research with the architect and my electric company, and so we have decided to fence the full side of the Lost Fire, which go to the parking lot to protect the privacy and people don't walking around, and also this neighbor here was requesting because maybe the lights of the car, maybe it point to their house. So as I show in the map, we're going to do the full fence, like a C. And what we changed was the lighting to go to from 20. We were proposing to do 20-foot tall LED parking spots. We find these new ones, they will take more light, but they are 42-inch tall. So, and that way we don't want to, bother any neighbor, and I think it's going to be, cover the area. You're going to put around, I think it show around 18 of those around. And it's, I think it's 1,530 lumens, which is below the 1,800 lumens. And after that, we will have to go to the electric.
It would have required a review by the lighting committee. But, yeah.
The
Oh, so
lighting
this is
committee.
below
It was
that.
below the threshold.
And
Yeah.
because it was 20 foot tall, so I think we don't want to look like, any parking spot, and we want to do something more, down and very focused where is going to be the parking. So basically, the two corrections that we did, and I believe David Grant passed along the email from the Noonan's lawyer regarding the payment, that we have an agreement.
Yeah, did you all
He-
receive that? No?
No.
Okay.
Okay. I think, we send it to work. So that was the 3 points that we had the last meeting.
I have a question. Are you
Sure.
going to put up on the area where people drive through and there's an existing right-of-way, are you going to put up no parking signs there?
Yes, it's,
Yeah, It shows there.
Here shows no parking, no parking, no parking,
Uh-huh.
entrance and exit, and also we going to put this 4 posts that say don't park in this side. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, any other questions from the board?
One question for you. When you said the lighting is 2 inches, did you mean, instead of 20 feet, did you mean 2 feet?
It's 42 inches, almost 4 foot.
42,
Yeah.
3.5 feet. Okay.
42, no,
Thank
2.
I just
A
heard the
little
2
bit
inches, I'm
short.
like, wow.
No, 42. We went to
Okay.
check also the lighting. I think it was at Pier 77.
Mm-hmm.
They do a new lighting, and we like the idea. So we come out. We say, okay, well, we're going to have this post 20 foot, tall, and even with a foot fence, we still can see the light from the neighbors. So we prefer to keep it down.
Good, thank you.
Yeah.
Anyone else? Okay, well, then I guess at this point, I'll open up the public hearing. If any members of the public would like to be heard on this topic. Hearing nothing, I will close the public hearing. Now, there is, the application had a request for a minor waiver, which we want to vote on first, which was to waive the full submission of drawings on the existing building. And they're going to only present, he only presented the outdoor piece. And so I need a motion to approve that waiver.
I'll make a motion to approve the waiver.
I second it.
Okay, all in favor? Okay, good. So, all that being said, do we have a motion to approve this site plan?
I'll make the motion to approve the site plan. I think it's fine.
I'll second the motion.
Okay, George seconds it. Okay, so all in favor? All right. And I believe you have a finding of facts all set.
I do.
So. This, but if you guys all want to read it, we can defer till next week. But he does have it written.
That's fine.
Is there any urgency? Do you need it today?
It's just to,
You'd like to get on with things?
yes, to be honest, yes, yeah.
Just listen, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah?
yeah, so anyway, Scott, please.
Yes, why don't I go ahead? Kennebunkport Planning Board Site Plan Application of Panama LLC, 62 Mills Road, Kennebunkport, 04046, to construct a seasonal outdoor restaurant patio for 24 guests. The patio will be accessed through the bar area, and the parking lot space will be enclosed by wood fencing. Decorative lighting fixtures within each seating area and exterior lighting to provide clear access to the seating. Following a site plan review held on May 15th, 19, and a public hearing held on June 5th, today, 2019, the Kennebunkport Planning Board makes the following findings and conclusions and renders the following decision. Findings of facts. The owner of the property is Panama LLC, with a mailing address of P.O. Box 3097, Kennebunkport, Maine, 04046. The property has a street address and is located at 62 Mills Road, Kennebunkport, Maine, 04046. The owner applicant has demonstrated a legal interest in the property by providing a copy of the warranty deed recorded in the York County Register of Deeds, Book 17465, page 270, dated 5/3 of 2017. The premises are comprised of 1.63 acres, more or less, of land and one single-family resident commercial space. Property is identified as map 31, block 3, lot 18 on the municipal assessor's maps. In an application dated April 24th of 19, the applicant proposes to construct a seasonal outdoor restaurant patio for 24 guests. The patio will be accessed through the bar area, and the parking lot space will be enclosed by wood fencing. Decorative lighting fixtures within each seating area and exterior lighting to provide clear access to the seating. Number 8, the applicant has requested a waiver for the submission of drawings showing the elevations of the existing building, as they are not proposing changes to the structure. They have submitted photographs showing the intended design of the outdoor seating area. The applicant has requested no performance standard waiver from the requirements of the Kennebunkport Land Use Ordinance. Bless you. Number 10, pursuant to the requirements of Article 1010A of the Land Use Ordinance, the planning board shall approve a site plan application unless it makes a negative ruling on one or more of the following identified findings, which would otherwise compel denial. The proposed use meets definition or specific requirements set forth in the LUO, will be compliant with the applicable state and federal laws, yes. Proposed use will not create fire hazards and will provide adequate access to the site of the building for emergency vehicles, yes. The proposed exterior lighting will not create hazards to motorists traveling on adjacent public streets and is adequate for the safety of occupants or users to the site and will not damage value, diminish the usability of adjacent properties, yes. The provisions for buffers and on-site landscaping provide for adequate protection to neighboring properties from detrimental features of the development, yes. The proposed use will not have a significant detrimental effect on the use and peaceful enjoyment of abutting properties as a result of noise, vibrations, fumes, odor, dust, glare, or other cause, yes. The provisions for vehicular loading and unloading and parking for other vehicular and pedestrian circulation on the site and not to adjacent public streets will not create hazards to safety, yes. The proposed use will not have a significant detrimental effect on the value of adjacent properties, nor has a significant detrimental effect which could be avoided by reasonable modification of the plan, yes. The design of the site will not result in flood hazards or flood damage and is in conformance with applicable flood hazard and protection requirements, yes. Adequate provision has been made for disposal of wastewater, solid waste, or for the provision of ground surface water contamination, yes. Adequate provisions have been made to control erosion and sedimentation, yes. Adequate provision has been made to handle stormwater runoff or other drainage problems on site, yes. The proposed water supply will meet the demands of the proposed use for fire protection purposes, yes. Adequate provision has been made for the transportation, storage, disposal of hazardous substances. It's really not applicable. The proposed use will not have an adverse impact on the significant scenic vistas or significant wildlife habitat of the plan, yes. The proposed use will not cause unreasonable highway or public road congestion, yes. Existing off-site ways and traffic facilities can safely and conveniently accommodate the increased traffic generated by the development as far as away as the efficient development can be traced with reasonable accuracy, yes. Number 11 is when a proposed development will be located in a shoreline resource protection zone.
And it isn't.
And it is not, so
You've got NA on all of them.
these are not applicable to all. Any negative finding by the board means that the application has been denied. Number 12, the application is otherwise complete. Conclusions, Article 1010A of the Land Use Ordinance mandates the planning board shall approve a site application unless it makes one or more of the identifying findings that would otherwise compel denial. And as noted above, the board makes no such findings. Decision, the site plan application identification above is hereby approved. Conditions of approval, if any, pursuant to Article 10-11 and 10-12E, the applicant pursuant to 1012E shall notify the planning board prior to the transfer of rights to construct an approved project. No assignment or transfer of rights to construct an approved project is valid without prior review and approval of the planning board of a new performance guarantee to ensure that any assignee or transferee has the financial capacity to undertake or complete the project. The application must record a copy of the decision, provided proof of recordation in the form of a copy therefore attested by the Register of Deeds before any permit may issue or before any construction activity may commence.
Sounds good to me.
You want a motion to approve?
Yes, please.
I'll make a motion to approve the findings of fact.
I'll second that motion.
Okay, all in favor? Okay, so we'll get these, do you have 2 copies to sign
Yes, I
off?
do, I do.
Okay, we'll get these signed off, and once they're notarized, I guess you'd have to take them to the Registry of Deeds.
Perfect.
Okay,
Okay, so we done?
let's just,
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, so if you come in tomorrow, you know, we should have
thank you
those
so
taken
much.
care of for you.
okay,
Go ahead and sign.
let's not sign away.
Good
job.
Maybe we see in the patio.
Yeah,
Yes.
probably.
Perhaps.
Keep on making those great hamburgers.
Yeah.
I will see.
All right, yeah,
Okay,
take
thank
care.
you so much.
You're welcome.
All right, we're just gonna take a minute or two to get these things signed, and then we'll proceed with the next item.
To the lighting concern last time. Yeah, very nicely done.
Yeah.
Just hoping to see a new doctor.
Yeah. Looks like they're
Yeah.
thinking about it.
I mean, there's just so many better ways to accomplish that. That's right.
Avoid the review.
Yeah.
Genius. Nicely done.
All right, so we'll get started on item 3, which is item 190501, Louise Spang, Tim Spang, authorized agent, a site plan review for approval of 935 square feet of additional office area and a 60-square-foot shed. So, please introduce yourself and proceed.
Hi, I'm Tim Spang. We're looking to expand our office building, a little over 900 square feet, and an area of 50 by 150 for storage. I've actually been in here twice already and had this approved twice, as far as not 50 by 100, but 50 by 100, not 50 by 150. Since 2012, I figured out we could use more space. So went through that. The site is actually completely, it's all like this now. The building is right, the addition we want to do is right here, and this is complete gravel all the way around. The whole front is fully landscaped. That's the way it is now. These blue areas are berms that I've actually put in over the years. This neighbor here, because of backup alarms, just for safety on construction vehicles. They, and I can understand, they're right next door. We actually built a berm, it's 12 to 15 feet high out of clay, and it's about 300 feet long. And so, you know, I've taken care of that. There is a letter in front of you guys from them, Don and Ronnie Francor, just about lighting, which I'll go through and because yeah, I've got the letter in from my wife saying that I can do this. I've got the deed inside of this. I've got a road maintenance agreement going in to the property, which I have another application after this, talking about the actually road going in there. The tax card and property card are in. I've got a letter from 2012 from Al Frick, when I came in front of the board then, just proving that the septic system is there to, you know, have the expansion. Right now, we have about 13 to 15 employees that work in our office building. And with this addition that we're putting off the back, which is right here, we're doing this addition right here, we're just gonna shuffle people around. Right now, we're really packed into small cubicles, and it's just gonna make life a lot easier for the people that work in there. I've also got that letter says that the septic system is set up for 22 employees. And right now, we're running like 13 to 15, and we do have in this, we could hire 3 more employees. There's 3 extra spaces. So I'm still under at even 18. I'm still four under. I've got a DEP letter in just about the drainage, and I store a lot of materials on site as far as either gravel or loam or sand. And there was a concern back in 2012 about that, and I brought the DEP in just to go, hey, this is what I'm doing, am I okay? And they were okay with it back then. I mean, I can get them again, but I know I'm in the same setup as far as the outside perimeter and the way the drainage works right now. The drainage runs this way, and the drainage runs that way. And it's run that way since I bought the property and put this facility there. It's been the same. I mean, I think it's gonna actually be easier. Right now, the water runs down through here. I'll be able to control it. It's gonna move like 12 feet, but just from the roof. It's gonna be the same amount of water. And in this too, the topo of this is hardly like 20 inches. So it's not like it's sheeting, and it doesn't have the slope to actually gain anything. And that's what the DEP saw. They weren't concerned about how I had the property then. There's photos in the property, in the package. My neighbors did ask me, I saw them today at the town hall actually, and I talked to her about, the one concern she had was about lighting. And David Graham is doing the architecture for me on this, and he told me, he put in the lighting that I have in here. The bulbs can either be 45 or 75, and on mine I highlighted the 45, it'd be easy. They did ask if there was any lighting. The one thing I'll show you is that this is the front of the building, which is right here. I call this the front of the building here. Franco's live over here. The front of the building just has lighting where it's legal. It has to be legal, except for one security light there. It's just over the entry doors into the shop space, like storage space. And this is the back, just as far as lighting. And I told Mrs. Franco about this today, and she said she had seen the drawings. But this is the side of the building that actually faces away from them. And this is I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's actually no lighting on the building at all on the back side. And there's no windows either. Because I think the one thing about before 12 was we had some vans broken into, and so I left a bunch of security lights on for like 8 months. And when I came in 2012, they were here and they were like, oh, we don't want the lights. And I was like, man, you should have called me. I would just shut them off. I would have done something different. And since then, we've been really good about it. But sometimes the back light, the shop light, has been left on in the last 5 years, I bet. So I know they're asking me to make sure that it isn't. And I built the berm as high as I could, as far as that berm, just to protect the noise. And I hope that works. I have the old finding of the facts, one of them in there from the previous things, the assessor's map and the abutters information. And today you should have been given, I think, a letter from oh nope, that's for the next one. I didn't need a letter from the chief of police, chief of fire for the road when I did. So that's, if you have any questions.
Can I just maybe get some help from Werner as to clarify what exactly is the planning board being asked to do here? Why is this before the planning board? Is it an expansion of
A conditional
Of a
use.
conditional use?
Conditional use.
And-
Yep.
And what exactly is that conditional use?
So this would get classified as a warehouse use.
And what is the expansion from, is it something that's, it's a warehouse now, and you're going to expand the number of people, I heard that.
Yeah,
Is the size of the building is being expanded as well?
Yep, immensely. The building right now is about 26 by 44. And the first floor is, just storage for equipment, hand tools. We don't keep gas equipment in there, but just all hand tools and a lot of stuff for projects, as far as construction.
And it's going to go to, if it's 26 by 44, it's going to, what?
There's
how
a
big is-
934 square feet addition on the back, one story.
Okay,
And then that connects to a 50 by 150 storage building.
a new 50 by 150?
Yep, 50 by 100. A lot of my equipment is outside. It moves a lot, but it doesn't have a home. And,
So that's vehicular storage? in
Yes,
The 50
yep.
by 150?
yep, and construction equipment.
And what about the 900? Is that
That's
office
office.
space?
Yep, that's office space. There's 5 offices in there.
And I apologize if this, I'm sure this is in the package
Yep, that's
somewhere,
all right.
but I'm looking for just the high-level understanding. Thanks.
And it's a fully developed site. I've been there, I think, 20 years. And again, I've planned this several times, even had it approved.
So
I'm not-
so
I'm
this
not glad
is,
I didn't get it to
this
the
is
deed
happening
registry.
now, it's not a change in kind, it's an increase in capability to support the business.
Yep, make it easier.
And and there'll be more employees that you're hiring?
Nope, right now, actually, there is space to hire 3 more employees in this. But right now, I don't have that plan. But being me, definitely I will expand someday.
Okay, and your history with this board is coming to the board and then not doing anything, and then coming to the board a few years later and not doing anything, so do we have any confidence you're gonna do anything this time?
I can only hope. 08 was an interesting year
Yes.
as far as just the finance world. And I can't remember why we didn't end up doing it in 2012, but I'm 99.9% sure I'm not wasting your time.
Okay.
I guess that's all I can say, but you got me.
And you've paid up quite a bit for these drawings and everything else, so.
Oh, yeah, this
that
is
would
the second
infer
round.
that you're serious.
Yep, yeah, this is the second round.
Okay. Now, in terms of, Werner, you mentioned DEP stuff, are there required permits here? or we're all
No,
good?
there's no required permits from DEP for this particular item. And just also, Ed, you asked kind of where it falls into the use tables.
Yes.
So you have kind of a mix of 3 different ones here. So you have, what's classified as extractive industry, which deals with the stockpiling material, so that's a conditional use. And then you have the professional and business office piece, so that deals with the business aspect of it, that's, conditional use. And then you have the warehouse component of it, which is also conditional use, so.
And these are all farm and forest?
They're all,
conditional
they're all
uses?
conditional use in farm and forest, so, yep.
I'm pretty sure if I was tearing up over an acre land, then I'd have
Correct.
to do the,
That's right.
the
Yep.
stormwater study.
Yeah, if there was over an acre of disturbance, then, then it would require a site permit from DEP.
How long a process, once you initiate it, once you pull the trigger on this, by the end of the summer it's done, or are we talking a multi-year, or what do you
No,
think?
by the end of the summer.
I know it's very difficult to get a good contractor these
Yep.
days.
Yep, it's all scheduling.
Especially in the summer. Right now, the equipment is stored outside,
Yep,
and the surface is gravel, I'm
Yep.
guessing, crushed rock.
yep. Yep, 3/4 crushed stone, crushed fine gravel.
Do we think anything is missing from the application?
It looks pretty complete to me.
So I would move to, that this application be deemed complete. Make a motion.
I second it.
In favor? Okay, so that would say that we should have a public hearing 2 weeks from today, which is 19th.
Great, that's awesome.
Okay, now, all we need for this.
I don't know, is
Well,
that
I'm
one of
looking
us?
at both of you. I figured one of you is gonna
wanna
just
flip a
jump
coin?
up and volunteer for this one, and the other one gets the road. So,
I'll do this one, unless you wanna do it.
No.
Which would you rather do, the road?
Roads looks good, and I love roads.
Yeah, I love roads too. I'll do the building one.
okay, so
There's already.
Larry is going to be the
There are 4 culverts.
It's the best one.
case
Four culverts.
manager.
Count them,
Okay.
Uh-oh.
it's a good one.
And there were some materials that came in by, I saw them by email today. Are they
Finding it.
in our
I,
folders?
you know,
Is
I,
that-
Included with it.
yeah, I think those wound up in folders. There should have been hard copies, you know, provided for anything that came in via email. So, yeah, I passed everything out. It would have been,
Okay,
it's all right.
There it is.
Yep.
Thank you. Apologies.
now that brings us to
was out of the office
item
most of the day,
190502.
Just me.
And Tim and Louise Spang, site plan review for approval of the road improvements, including widening of Granite Heights Road. So,
Hi, I'm Tim Spang.
no kidding.
I'm here to explain, my wife and I were giving our daughter a lot out by our house. And I didn't realize actually I was gonna have to update the road. And so it's just interesting. And I say that only because I updated the road 2 years ago. You know, I tore it out, put in a ton of gravel and paved the whole thing. And in areas, I should keep to my shirt. The road right now is about, the first section in is about, a little over 400 feet long, and then the other section to get to the right of way that's gonna go to my daughter's lot right here. And there's already a house here, I live here, my business we were just talking about is right here, and there's another lot off of it, coming in on the left. And, actually, I've been in front of the board, I think, once to where I was supposed to update it, and we never even knew it. When I broke the lot off, I bet you like 15 years ago. And so now the straightaway going in is about 14, 15 feet wide, and I'm looking to update the road to 20 feet. 20 foot with, and there's a better actually, if you give the handout that was given out today, it actually is a better, you have that one. Yeah, you have another, there's a better one now. And it just shows exactly on the road, it's red hatched all the way in on the first 433 feet. It's, we gotta widen it about 6 feet. And then with a 3-foot shoulder, and then, a 3-to-1 slope off of that. I've shown there's 3 areas of there's wetlands coming in on the left. I bet you that's why I hugged the road 25 years ago to the right, was because of that wetland. You know, it's gonna be easy to stay under the 4,300 square feet, and because now it's just even right through the town, you don't even have to do the DEP permit by rule. But it's a small amount. The first part looks like a lot, it really isn't. Then on the second half, after the right-hand turn going up, that area is only 12 feet wide, so I gotta add 8 feet to it and a 3-foot shoulder. There's 3 culverts. I talk about 4 culverts, the 4th one's actually on my property. The 3 culverts, I just replaced them 2 years ago, all of them, and I gotta add like 10 feet to each one. I got it marked out. I did find in this surveying that actually my turnaround's on my neighbor's property, so I have showing that, cutting that off, and having it so there'll be a 3-foot shoulder there. There's 2 pull-offs right now. The second one is actually after, on the second leg of the road that's about, I got it down here someplace, 460 feet long. It's just not paved, so the survey didn't show it. But I brought the the fire chief out there this week. Him and I went over the whole thing from that plan. I did have, at the end, I had a 20 by 20 hammerhead. He had me change it to 20 by 30, as far as right at the end, where, as far as I have to go, as far as to get to my daughter's property. So I changed it, and that's why I submitted a new plan after I had met with him. And it's a little bit better than the one I just highlighted. This one is actually to scale. I have the whole thing scaled, what I have to do on each side, and to get it to 20 feet wide, and to the road cut that I put with this. You know, it just shows what I have to do to finish the road off. Again, this is like my shop. The topo, I do have a topo in the package. It's one I get off the town. And the topo, I mean, the road is, I don't think there's a 3-foot drop anywhere, or even less, as far as the road's fairly flat. You know, all the water, the 3 culverts are, again, they've been there 25 years. All I'd be doing is extending it. I don't think that's that involved. I've got the tax cards, the cross-section, the assessor card. I've got the deed in there and the road maintenance agreement. Just like I have for my business, there's a road maintenance agreement between all of the homeowners. We all share everything that we do to the road. There's an abutters list in there. Photos, if you look at the survey that I have, I marked out where the photos are. There's about 6 or 7 photos, and I marked them in each area where, down the road where they are. I think that's all I got, if there's any questions.
Is the entrance from Arundel Road, is that being widened or changed in any way?
Yes, I do. I have that,
To see if,
yeah, I have that widening 12 feet.
okay, it's 40 now, I see the 52.
Yep. Yep.
I notice on the right-hand side that you're going through forested wetland.
Nope. Well, I gotta go in front of the building inspector for that one. That's on the right-of-way after the private road to a building lot. And that's another one for that building lot. I can fill in 4,300 square feet, and that's a lot less than that to put the driveway into that property.
Okay, that's the property for your daughter?
Yep.
then?
Yep.
And that's that's not part of this?
That's correct. Yep.
Yeah, I have to prove all that for I'll have the exact square footage of that area, and the side shoulders and the slopes, whatever's gonna be disturbed, I have to show. And as long as I don't go over 4,300 square feet, which that I don't even think will be 1,000 or 1,200, I don't have to do anything with the DEP, I can go straight through the town.
Okay.
So let me ask the same question I did on the first one to Werner. What exactly is the planning board being asked, and why to do here?
Yep, so what you have, it's the, let me point you to the section of the ordinance.
Thank you.
I think it's going, because I got five, with my commercial building, 5 dwellings.
Right.
From
Yep.
4 to 5.
Yep. And I think I skipped one in there to where I should have updated and I didn't.
So Article 614. Yes. Yeah, so 614 says, 614D, driveway, private road for 4 or more detached. Must be approved by the planning board, and it gives you the dimensional requirements there.
I'm looking for 614, I'm sorry. Look at 61, general provisions, 62, height provisions. Here's
Yep.
6.
Well, 6.14.
Oh,
Oh,
Sorry.
I'm sorry. 614, thank you. Got it. 614, 14D, yes,
Yep.
perfect. And this is a private road, there's no
Yes.
intent to change that?
Nope, nope, we have a road maintenance agreement amongst all the people and the new people.
And you're gonna get your daughter to agree too?
Yep.
Condition of sale, yeah. Okay. Thank you.
So again, I think this is pretty well complete. Anybody's,
I would move to accept this as a complete application.
Second.
in favor? Okay, so once again, 2 weeks.
Yep, awesome,
And
thanks,
we'll have
thanks a lot.
Public hearing at that time. And George, you're taking this one, right?
I got a question, with the finding of facts, can the finding of facts be happening then too? I'm just trying, you know, and I'm asking something that I've been trying to do for, 9 years, and I've got approval from you guys, but, just wondering if that can happen, just so I can go towards a building permit?
It has happened in the past, it happened today.
So if it can't,
But I can't guarantee that something won't come up in the public hearing that requires us to
Oh, yeah.
think about it and edit
Yep.
the
Anyway,
findings.
thanks a lot.
Okay.
We'll try.
So, all right, well, I guess,
Do you have a case manager for that one?
yeah, George.
Okay, George, thank you.
Yeah. So I guess we're done. Can I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Okay, second?
Second.
All in favor? Okay,
Very efficient.
yeah.
Yeah, very efficient.
Thanks a lot.
Okay, we'll try. So, all right, well, I guess,
Do you have a case manager for that one?
yeah, George.
Okay, George, thank you.
So I guess we're done. Can I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Okay, second?
Second.
All in favor? Okay.
Very efficient.